the rivers of Babylon. There we sat down, yeah, we wept when we remembered Zion. By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down,
walk a mile, serve it ancient city style. Talk it out, babble on, battle for your life, Babylon.
Listen Babylon until it's thrown a fall. I and now you see teachings of the Rasta man. Back in the yard, living gets so hard. Never play the game of a politician. Listen Babylon until it's thrown a fall. I and now you see teachings of the Rasta man. Back in the yard, living gets so hard. Never play the game of a politician. Hey. With righteousness I will bring you to my heart. Reveal you all I have ever heard. And everything will be so far away. Cause you to me mean every word I say. Me just can't try to fight at all, only with me hands. But with you here with no fears, I know it could be better. And I always know where we are come from. And I'll fight it to keep me so strong. Listen to Babylon until it's thrown a fall. I and now you see teachings of the Rasta man. Back in the yard, living gets so hard. Never play the game of a politician. Listen to Babylon until it's thrown a fall. I and now you see teachings of the Rasta man. Back in the yard, living gets so hard. Never play the game of a politician. Where people rise and fall, and got no money, well you got to bow. But with your work, with the knowledge of your head, you won't believe to every single word I'm saying. Me know that's all you is not what I'm supposed.
Within 200 years after it began, Christianity abandoned many of the teachings of its founder, Yeshua, commonly called Jesus. Influenced by Greek and Roman paganism, Zoroastrianism, and beliefs that even go back as far as Nimrod and the Tower of Babel, Christianity turned away from most of its Hebraic foundation. Worship rituals of the sun god Sol Invictus, who was born on December 25th, were adopted in rituals common in the modern holiday of Christmas. To continue this veneration of the sun god Sol Invictus, Constantine in the year 300 imposed Sunday to replace the biblical Sabbath. Other holidays like Easter and even Halloween were adopted in favor of the original Hebraic days of worship it once honored. But the rabbit hole goes much deeper, and the church doesn't want you to know the truth. From what the Messiah looked like to the very name he was called by, what you have been taught all your life is almost entirely wrong.
is a symbol of the female, the finger of the male. In Revelation 17, we read the story of a woman. And this is what it says. And the woman was arrayed in purple, in verse 4, and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones, and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. This woman represents a counterfeit religious movement, and her name is Babylon. Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots. She has a golden cup in her hand with wine, and that wine represents her false doctrines. She's decked with gold and pearls and jewels, all this outward adorning that takes away from the character of a true Christian. Now this revolves around the Babylonian system. And the teachings of ancient Babylon came through pagan Rome eventually right into the Roman Church. And so we find Mary as the Queen of Heaven, and the Christ child who's actually Tammuz with his symbols, the sun disk with a red cross, the sun with the symbol of the sun, the cross.
I want to tell you that it's very important for you to feel part of what I've got to say today, because
doing wild shit, looking at the sun don't pay, criminal mind all the time, wait for judgment day. Babylon, beware.
The Illuminati have branches and sub-branches, but one of their main roots is known as Babylon. The actual interpretation of Babylon or even Babylonians can differ from person to person, but one thing is for sure. They use celestial objects such as the sun, moon, or even stars in their symbology, music, codes, logos, etc. Again.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a very warm welcome to Ivanka Trump.
the sun, doo doo doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun. The sun, and I say it's alright.
They use celestial objects such as the sun, moon, or even stars in their symbology, music, codes, logos, etc. Their so-called King Nebuchadnezzar was the founder of Babylonia. Holy scriptures talk about Babylon and its evil elements. Scripture may refer to it just as Babylon or the people of the times of a certain prophet. These people basically had the same evil qualities as did the Babylonians. Babylonian symbolism is everywhere around you. Babylonians have even monopolized the music industry. They even claim it in some of their songs. One song, for example, is the track by Robbie Williams, I Don't Wanna Rock DJ. In the video clip version of the song, you will notice that he sings out the words, Babylon back in business.
Babylon back in business, can I get a witness?
He has another track called Dancing in the Moonlight and so forth.
You think that you won't fall, well just wait till the sun goes down. Underneath
Like old time, you sing a song for Mama,
Oh,
see?
no, Mom, not in front of all these people.
Joe, you sing it for Mama.
In Napoli, where love is king, when boy meets girl, here's what they sing. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore.
In Napoli, where love is king, when boy meets girl, here's what they say.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. When the world seems to shine like you've had too much wine.
One of the last clips I saw of his, my cousin actually picked out because he noticed some very cunning editing. In this particular clip, Robbie is in bed with two females in a threesome sexual encounter. Towards the end of the clip, there are some very fast film cuts where the females have been replaced with males. It ends up becoming a threesome consisting of three males only. He also has another track called Sin, Sin, Sin. You can also see Babylonian elements in the song by Creed with Arms Wide Open. It's got plenty of Babylonian symbolism embedded into it. The artist claims that the song was written for his newborn child, but after watching the video clip, the film clip, I beg to differ. There are heaps of songs that use methods such as the ones just mentioned. In the track Victory, Puff Daddy begins with, "The sun don't shine forever, but as long as it shines, we might as well shine together."
1, 1, 2. Check me out right here, yo.
Yo, the sun don't shine forever, but as long as it's here, then we might as well shine together. Better now than never, business before pleasure. P. Diddy and the fam, who you know do it better. Yeah, right, no matter what, we airtight. So when you hear something, make sure you hear it right. Don't make an ass out of yourself by assuming our music keeps you moving. What are you proving?
This song is actually one of the tracks from Puff Daddy's album, No Way Out. I know I've said it before. When abbreviated, the album becomes NWO, New World Order. Puff Daddy has used this line about the sun in his very recent tracks as well. How about Brian McKnight's song, Back at One? Check out the bridge where the one that he has been singing about has come out of the darkness. And who is this someone that he has been singing out that came out of the darkness? The sun. Looking at other areas as well, check out the images on a can or bottle of Sunkist. Check it out. Does it really say Sunkist? Or is there more to it than meets the eye? It can't really be Sunkist due to the fact that the U will have a bit missing from it. Or the N will have to have a bit missing from it. It has to be either one or the other. The thing is, it can only make sense if the U becomes an I. Therefore, we end up with Sin-kissed. How convenient. You even have a raindrop of the actual orange flavoured drink as a part of the logo as well. Where is that drop situated? Right above the I. What's in the background? You have a Babylonian swirling sun. Stevie Wonder's video clip of Part-Time Lover is actually filmed in a nightclub. Stevie Wonder sings and plays the piano whilst behind him is a massive pyramid and above it is the sun. Stevie Wonder also sings a song, You Are the Sunshine of My Life.
You are the sunshine of my life. Yeah.
And another track of his is called There's a Place in the Sun.
There's a place in the sun where there's hope for everyone.
Lionel Richie has a song called You Are the Sun.
Girl, I love, there's no one above. sun. Don't let the sun go down me.
The kisses of the sun were sweet, I didn't blink, I let it in my eyes. Like an exotic drink, the radio playing songs that I have never heard, I don't know what to say. Oh, not another word, just la 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 la. It goes around the world, just la 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 la.
31 seconds, and we're going for auto sequence start. 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition and liftoff.
There is a star. There is a star. There is a star.
Switch your mind into alert mode and you'll realize that this symbolism is all over the place.
And the Christ child was actually Tammuz with his symbols. The sun disk with a red cross. The sun with the symbol of the sun, the cross. If you go into St. Peter's today in Rome, you will find Mary there called the truth. I am the way, the truth, and the life, they are told in these sculpted works of Mary. And notice what's in her arms. It's not the baby Jesus. It's a golden sun disk. What is that sun disk doing there? This goes back to the teachings of ancient Babylon. Here we find Mary on a beautiful altar in Rome. Gold and jewels. And she is booting two of the reformers out of heaven, Huss and Luther. They do not tell you what this is today, because there's an ecumenical movement. But jewelry has pervaded all the churches today, it seems, except those that are looking toward Jesus' soon coming. Now, thousands of people come to see the Pope every year. Here we see John Paul II with a fish head hat or mitre, and it's made of gold. That goes back to sun worship and the fish god. And we see the sign of the cross used over and over again in this persuasion. Notice the gold ring with the cross. We see the cross in the background with nobules on it representing the male member. The sign of the cross came from ancient Babylon and is revealed in the cross and jewelry today. Babylon will be destroyed in the end.
In Napoli, where love is king, when boy meets girl, here's what they say.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. When the world seems to shine like you've had too much wine, that's amore. Bells will ring, ting-a-ling-a-ling, ting-a-ling-a-ling, and you'll sing Vita Bella. Hearts will play tippy-tippy-tay, tippy-tippy-tay, like a gay tarantella. When the stars make you drool, just like a pasta fazool, that's amore. When you dance down the street with a cloud at your feet, you're in love. When you walk in a dream, but you know you're not dreaming, signore. Excuse me, but you see, back in old Napoli, that's amore.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore.
That's amore.
When the world seems to shine like you've had too much wine, that's amore.
That's amore.
by the rivers of